More than 280 people were arrested here in St. Paul on Monday, the opening day of the Republican National Convention. Among them were several journalists covering the protests in the streets, including three of us at Democracy Now! I was detained trying to question police officers about the arrests of Democracy Now! Producers Sharif Kouddous and Nicole Salazar. Nicole and Sharif were covering a police crackdown on a street protest against the Republican National Convention. Nicole's camera captured her arrest and assault by the officers. Shortly after I arrived and was arrested while questioning the officers about Sharif and Nicole's arrest.
Release the accredited journalist now!
From the convention
you are violating
floor.
my constitutional right. You are violating
now. Sir, I want to talk to you. Do not arrest me.
Right, sir.
Go right there. He's under arrest. Stay right there. Back up. Back up.
Hey guys, if you cross this line, you'll be under arrest, so don't do it.
We're going to get you out of here very soon.
Outrageous.
Yes, we have people working on it.
Has a bloody nose, and that Sergeant McKenzie said they won't put me on this assault if Nicole's not there.
Before I arrived, Democracy Now! Producer Mike Burke spoke to Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher about Nicole and Sharif's arrest. Fletcher was also questioned by a journalist seeking the release of his colleague, Associated Press photographer Matt Rourke.
Get his gear, get him out, or...
Yeah, well, we can talk. I mean, after everything's booked, I couldn't tell you which one he is, and obviously there's three different mobile fields.
We have two journalists in there as well. I'm from the national radio and TV show Democracy Now!
I don't doubt you are, and I want to help you in any way we can.
I mean, one of them you can see, Nicole Salazar is sitting right there. I mean, are there any protections for journalists who are covering?
I think it'll all sort out if, in fact, there was a journalist in the middle of that.
She's been covering. We just came from Denver. We covered the Democratic Convention.
I'm sure that we'll be able to work it all out.
I know, but she's being detained right now.
She is. That's right. And the Minneapolis police officers have detained her, and so I can't undetain her.
I mean, you are the sheriff.
I am, and once she gets to the jail, it'll be under my control. Right now, it's under the Minneapolis Police Department.
What jail is she being taken to?
Ramsey County Law Enforcement Center. It's right over here, 425 Grove.
Okay. And how long do you think she'll be detained for?
It all depends on the nature of the charge, etc. It could be anywhere from a couple hours to a day and a half.
But now, if the charge is riot, what is that?
Generally,
Most of the arrests took place within hours of a 10,000-strong peace march organized by the Coalition to March on the RNC and Stop the War. After the rally ended, several splinter groups broke off for spontaneous actions in the streets of St. Paul. While most protesters demonstrated peacefully, some engaged in property damage, slashing car tires, throwing bottles, tipping trash bins, and breaking windows of cars and buildings. One of the broken windows came in the building that houses St. Paul Neighborhood Network. That's SPNN, where Democracy Now! Is broadcasting from this week. But police used harsh tactics, including chemical irritants, to disperse everyone, even those protesters who remained peaceful. Officers in riot gear fired tear gas, pepper spray, rubber bullets, and a series of standoffs around the downtown St. Paul area. Sharif Kouddous and Nicole Salazar were covering one of those standoffs before their arrest. They were released last night, but now face pending charges on suspicion of committing a felony riot. It's called PC riot, probable cause riot. I've been charged with obstruction of legal process and interference with a, quote, peace officer. Overall, police say some 120 people face pending charges. Sharif and Nicole join me now here in St. Paul. Welcome to Democracy Now!